When the 8 heroes arrived at the gate of Drevny Castle, they found it had already been open. They were welcomed by a heavily weathered courtroom. Light from the setting sky, breaching through the scarred walls through holes that had once held elegant stained glass portraits of the ancients of Zendo. The only piece of the room still in one piece was a throne, once golden and cleaner than anything else in Zendo, now rusted and covered with a thick layer of dust. The heroes would have spent time truly taking in the sight had their attention not been diverted to a seemingly out-of-place hole in the easternmost wall. Upon further inspection, the heroes found it gave way to a tunnel that looked older than the walls that led to it. Having no time to waste, the heroes rushed down this tunnel into the catacombs beneath the castle. After nearly half an hour of running through the catacombs, the heroes finally caught up to that creature. It was what appeared to be standing in front of a grotesque, barely humanoid figure encased in a crystalline seal. The room was an elegantly decorated shrine, the walls lined with 4 marble statues each one holding a cobalt stone, from which a beam of matching colored energy was spilling forth, barraging the seal as it began to melt.
"There it is!"
shouted Herr Sturm.
"Do you have any idea what you're doing, you thief?"
The creature turned toward the heroes, its tendrils twitching with nervousness, yet poised to attack. Before the heroes could properly ready themselves to fight, the creature fired several bolts of plasma. Everyone except Belle, who was stunned by the attack, either dodged or deflected the barrage. The heroes charged towards the creature, who dashed past the gremlin and Dancy. Jim sent a sonic blast towards the creature, who narrowly dodged the attack and sent one of its mechanical hands flying towards Iris. The blow connected, knocking Iris unconscious. At the same time, Corey had snuck behind the creature and delivered several quick jabs in its back. Grunting in pain, the creature used its other mechanical fist to slam Corey into a nearby wall. Dancy then charged toward the creature, much like a runaway train charges toward an unsuspecting sheep. The creature brought its hand back where they belonged, then sent a gust of wind Dancy's way. The gust of wind lifted Dancy above the ground, sending him crashing into the gremlin, who had jumped up behind the creature to deliver a blow to its head from above. Just then, Captain Lurvy took out his sword, hacking and slashing at the creature, who was able to separate its gelatinous body in such a way that it narrowly dodged every slice. Lurvy brought down his sword to strike the creature's head, but the creature caught the blade, tore it out of Lurvy's hands, and bashed him in the head with its hilt, right between the eyes. While this was happening, both Herr Sturm and Jim had prepared a barrage of all their technical and magical powers they had left. The creature had noticed this, and just barely was able to meet their attack with one of its own. The creature held out for as long as it could, but it eventually succumbed to the combined attack. As the barrage blasted past the creature's defenses, a large shattering sound echoed through the chamber. All the heat of the room disappeared, replaced with an eerie chill. Soon after, a deep, malicious laugh boomed through the halls of the shrine, shaking the ground around the heroes.
"You have done well, Ubel,"
said the figure once trapped in the seal as it undulated from where it was once kept. If one were to look at the voice's owner, they'd see creepily disproportionate arms and legs ending in large, fierce claws made up of a crackling darkness come off a scarily thin frame that looked like to be made of pulsating ink. Shadows sprouted forth from the being's form, like bloods filling forth from an open wound. A smile crept up on the figure's face as their arms rose. Nizhagal, deity of darkness, was finally free once more.